Hey, everybody. What's going on? Good morning. And things of that nature. I am, of course, RJ, and this would be perhaps RJ makes coffee in his underwear. First, the underwear. These are fun. So I'll do it like this, and then I'll just do this. These are fun. These are hip. They're not, what are they? HS. They're HS. What that stands for, I don't quite know, but I enjoy them, and that's the important thing. I asked you to write personal questions, and you've all been so kind as to do it already. So let us read them. Katie says, an hour of anticipation and build beforehand. Unless you're just actually calling me a piece of shit. Rob said, hey, RJ, okay, personal question. I just finished listening to a podcast, and they talked about ass wiping. Is it best to sit or to stand? Is front to back or back to front? Do you scrunch or fold? First of all, Rob, let me tell you something. This is not a personal question. This is a public question. This is something that everyone should talk about, especially public health. When you wipe your ass, you shouldn't stand because it closes up your cheeks. You got to let me see I'll tell you where I am when I'm open. This is where I am when I'm wiping my ass. I would say here. Cheeks are open. Maybe you're even pulling on the left one. Who knows? And then you wipe from the front, meaning you're towards the tailbone, balls to tailbone. And you scrunch. You don't scrunch. I don't know what your shit looks like, but you do not scrunch. You fold. Makes a nice thick texture. Then you can wipe. And if you fold well, you can fold again and then do it again. The important thing is the grip you apply. You don't want to just brush by it. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope that answers your question, Rob. Bill said, good morning, RJ and everyone. Sky says, hi, guys. Hi, Sky. Talith Ann says, good morning. Panty Panties La Grandma says, morning. Katie says, RJ demands a bidet. Fun fact, I've never used a bidet. And I think because I'm intimidated by it, I feel like it'll give me perhaps pleasure. And I don't know if I want to become that emotionally attached to a bidet. We can all have clean asses, but then sometimes it turns into an addiction. Talent says, we have the same wipe technique. Isn't that crazy? Bill says, you seem to be having technical difficulties. I don't mean flashing or anything like that, but the picture is a bit off today. Okay, well, is this better? I don't know. Should I just wait? Okay, I just tuned in the middle of an ass wipe tutorial. Yes, and you should remember it, and you can play it back. It happened about just a minute ago. Michelle said, hello, folks. Hello, Michelle. Katie said, conservation and the double fold. What an environmentalist. The double fold is important. You got the whole back of something. Even with a napkin, if you're wiping your face, you fold it. You got like another napkin there. You might as well use it. It also saves you the trouble of, so look, let's say like, I folded, I wiped my ass, and then say I don't fold. Then I got to do it. I got to, I guess, throw it from behind me into the toilet. Then I got to take another one and But meanwhile, all I have to do is wipe it once, and then if there's enough, you fold it, and then you're ready to go again. It saves time, it saves toilet paper, and it's peace of mind. Sky said it's all about flushable wipes. I don't like the wetness on my ass. Do you know what I'm saying? Katie says quilted or plain. I don't like thick. Again, it feels comfortable. It makes my ass want to sleep. And how many ply do you prefer? Is there a 3? It always seems to be 2 to 4. I think 3 would be a sweet spot for me. Pantyless Grandma says the video just buffers and there's that metal in the audio. Otherwise, you're all good. That's very weird. Your video has buffering trouble today. It's weird. It's fine on my end. I don't know what's going on today. I'm fine. Usually if it's slow everywhere. It'll tell me it's slow. Nevertheless, I am here. Here's the program. These are polka dots. They're orange. Oh, see, I almost did it again. There will be no flashing. I'm going to get thrown off. Michelle said, use a flushable wipe first, then dry with 2-ply. This is a hell of an operation you got cooking there, Michelle. Katie said, RJ's mother is intercepting the feed. She's not here today, unfortunately. Maybe soon I'll have her back on. She likes to ask if anyone is asking about her, so I will let her know. All right, let's get to this is a generic. I'm sorry, I fucked it up. I did it yesterday, but it's dark and it's robust, and we should get to scooping because we've been doing so much talking already. Katie said that my boxers are not appropriate for Polka Dot Door. If you don't know what that is, it was a Canadian show, and the lead star of the show, 3, 4, was I guess a kangaroo or a giraffe hybrid named Pokaroo, and the theme of the show was polka dots. Damn, I missed the Flash. I missed the last Flash and regretting it. See, you got to keep your eyes peeled. This is like one of those fun episodes of Drew Carey where they're like, Spot, what's wrong? Oh, somebody asked me, sorry, Rob, you asked what my phobia is. I like spiders or heights. Spiders, yes, not my fucking bag. Do not enjoy them. They freak me out. It's not fun to think about, and thinking about them now makes me uncomfortable. So let's get off the subject. What other phobias? Death, waiting, intimacy, love, children, looking at them, talking to them. What else? Large spaces, small spaces, fresh food. What else? Agoraphobic, agoraphobic. Tell your mom, says Bill, we need more Robert De Niro stories next time she's on. Your mother is one vain woman. She probably thinks this stream is about her. Oh, wait. My mother said cleaning my shower is my phobia. Very funny. She's now so my mother's watching the show remotely, not texting in. She said I banned her due to her popularity. Oh, and she picked me up coffee for the show. She's currently not with me. She's thinking of me and got me more coffee to use. Talitha says, do you have any trauma as a child that shaped you into the person you are today? It's funny you mentioned that. I just made the connection when I was a kid, when I was in 2nd grade. I used to have these, every night I could not go to sleep. I would get so excited, and then, not traumatically, but I would basically have an anxiety attack every single night, and I couldn't sleep. And then in my head, there was something wrong with the fact that I couldn't sleep. So everyone had to be up. If I couldn't sleep, everyone had to be up. So I would go over to my parents' room and I go, nothing. I would go to the other side and I go, Dad. And then he would get up and chase me back to my room. It was terrible. And I had to go see a specialist. I don't know what the fuck they did. But now I sleep well. Has it shaped me into the person I am today? Probably. Michelle said, your undies today have a kind of Nickelodeon vibe to them. You know what, Michelle? I'm going to look up some Nickelodeon underwear for myself. That is a fantastic idea. Katie said, do you like Sean Stasiak's alternate persona phobia? I'm not familiar with it, but I will look it up. Colleen said, just cleaned out mom's garage full of spiders and you're allergic to them. Fun times. No one should be not allergic to them. You know what I mean? Why are you allergic to them? Please explain, Colleen. Rob said, I have a phobia of escalators. Yeah, they can just, my grandmother always told me about the kid who got his shoelace caught and he had to lose his whole foot. If you'll excuse me, I have a phobia of leaving water on too long. Let's do a nice pour, boys and girls. Not thinking about spiders or anxiety attacks or escalators. And you know what, though? You have your phobias, but it's important to understand them and to respect them. And then maybe face them if you want, or if not, you don't have to. It's not getting in your way. I don't have to be a spider specialist at the zoo and do a show. Here we go. There's a nice pour. The time is set. Let's get back to some fun talking about terrible, scary things. Good morning, sweetheart, said Angel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Looking so good today. Thank you. Clarence, RJ, from the bottom of my heart, you inspired me to express myself in underwear. You're the next hottest underwear model. That's a wonderful show that doesn't exist. Katie said, but did I have a pubic mustache in grade 12? I would say by the time I was 12, or in grade 2, I would say by the time I was 12, I definitely had. It looked like I was a big fan of chocolate milk. Talis said, I can't take baths because as a child, there was a spider in my bath and I don't know how it got there. That shit is fucked. I would report, Talitha, that I crawled in through the pipes, which is terrifying. And it makes you never want to go to the bathroom. You know the whole thing about alligators in the sewer? You know, if you're watching a movie or something, you go to the sewer and there's alligators down there. It's because people used to have alligators as pets. And then when they got too big, they would just flush them down the toilet. That's terrible to think that alligators just roaming around in your toilet. Talk about, ass wiping. I just like to wipe your ass with an alligator. How about an escalator covered in spiders? I'm all right with the escalators. I just want to say. The escalators I'm fine with because I've switched to Velcro and it's no longer a problem. Rob said, hello from Liverpool. When are you going to get Golden Girl underpants? The ones I've seen and I really like are only women's, and I don't think they're quite made for my milieu. But I'll continue to research that at Nickelodeon. Katie said, do I like Leatherhead from Ninja Turtles? Sure. He was, I believe, the alligator or crocodile. I don't know. If you were just joining us again, I got these wonderful polka dot things on. The coffee's on, which is... We're waiting and we're talking about phobias. And that's okay. It's fine to talk about phobias and things you're afraid of. Tell me what you're afraid of. I would like to commiserate with you. Bill said, you didn't develop any phobias after wrestling Dalton Castle recently? Seriously, congrats on some seriously funny stuff. You guys were classic. That is sweet of you. And we did a comedy show. Thank you all for coming. It was very sweet. And I think we taped most of it, so we'll put it out at some point. Some of it. It'll be in one of his bullshit blogs. Katie said, do you like when B. Arthur played Larry David's mother on Curb Your Enthusiasm? Yes, and it's a B. Arthur role that doesn't get talked about enough. And I believe it's either her final or certainly one of her final roles before passing. So it's very important to me. Colleen said, special holiday episode. RJ makes coffee and his Golden Girls women's underwear has potential. They should sponsor me. I've done enough of their shit. Rob McAllister Bell said, I'm watching this video on my phone and someone just pressed my Ring doorbell. I am on the loo, which is also known as the toilet. Do I answer my doorbell or watch RJ? I say you answer. I want to know who's there. And then run back to the toilet, finish wiping, and tell me. Aaron said, I have a phobia of sharks, which is like, you should. You know what I mean? It's okay. I wouldn't even call it a phobia. That's just a healthy reaction, which I recently realized came from watching Ace Ventura as a child. I can see that. Certainly. Sky, I will say, though, Ace Ventura is one of the few movies and sequels where the sequel is far better than the first movie. Maybe The Godfather, but even then, the first one and two were close. But Ace Ventura for sure. Sky says, I have a phobia of white sauces, ranch, sour cream, etc. I can't explain, but I get a lot of shit for it, especially on Bukkake night. Talita Ann said, I'm a seamstress. I could make you a pair of Golden Girls underwear. I would be interested in accepting your offer. Rob said, have you ever seen the videos of B on the Graham Norton show? Yes, I have. First of all, that show is fantastic. I think they tried to do it here with James Corden, but it's not quite the same. It's not quite as cheeky. Michelle said, I live in a very rural area, a word that I've gotten better at pronouncing as an adult, rural. I live in a very rural area, says Michelle, and frequently I have what we refer to as bathtub spiders. That is not good. That is very bad and wrong. I've drowned many a spider in my day. then I feel like I've upset their whole clan and they'll be out to get me. Ooh, Rob said Terminator 2 is better than the first Terminator, and I agree. Thank you for that, Rob. Katie said lots of funny stuff in When Nature Calls, but not a better story or movie. Let me tell you why I think Ace Ventura 2 is a better movie, because they figured out that they're for kids. There was too much of an adult hybrid in the first one, and I think it cost them. I think people were confused. I think the second one went hard for like kids and young adults, and that's why it succeeded. It knew its audience better. Rob said, I answered the doorbell. It was the lesbians from Two Doors Down. They're inviting me to watch football with them. Well, Rob, look at you, hooking up with a couple of lesbians thanks to me and your bathroom. Go get them, my friend. Love Graham Norton's show. They get to drink, which always helps. Pantyless Grandma said there's going to be bespoke Golden Girls undies. Maybe they could be 3D, like Mount Rushmore, but underwear. Interesting. Bill said, speaking of movies and phobias, do you have any scary movies you were scared of as a kid? Whenever something scary came on, I had to get my parents to turn the TV over. No remotes. I was, and I continue to be terrified of Nosferatu. It's something going on with the fingers and the overall creepiness, maybe because also a black and white movie. It's terrifying. It is not good at all. And I'm so afraid of him. I'm even afraid of the Are You Afraid of the episode he appeared in when he walked out of the movie screen. I think that got me the most. And it sends shivers down my spine. So let's get a pressing. And then we can get a pouring. As we don't, oh Lord, hold on. I'm going to have a little bit of spillage here. Just a little. There we go. That's good. All right. Oh, this is quite a thick one today. This one feels thick. There we are. We're letting our phobias and fears go into the night. No bathtub spiders. No Nosferatu. We're going to be okay. There we are. Let's let it settle for a moment, and then we'll get back to work. Rob said, you really should watch Death Becomes Her. It's actually a really fun film. Yes, every Wednesday I review trailers, and I reviewed that one. I never seen the film, and many people are telling me I have to see it. Next week, this week, depending on how you start your Sundays, I'm reviewing Hocus Pocus, so stay tuned. RJ just stole this true story to make a new TV series, Lesbians from Two Doors Down. I think I've seen that film before. Talitha said, RJ, are you going to watch Death Becomes Her? You said it. Rob said, if any character from Golden Girls had servants, what? You got to restate the question, Rob. It makes no sense. Katie said, what about Nosferatu with Klaus Kinski? Any iteration of Nos, and I'll just call him Nos right now. Drives me insane. Austin Adams says, Robert Eggers is remaking Nosferatu. That should be interesting. No, it should be terrifying. I hope RJ watches Death Becomes Her. I get it. I will watch the movie. Let's all calm down here. It's a great travesty. I tweeted to him about it saying Tracy Ullman is in it, although unaccredited. It's very interesting when people like that are in movies and there's no mention. You wonder what happened. Katie said, what about Nosferatu on silent with Radiohead Ked A playing over top of it? They play that in Toronto all the time, and I will have to go see it one day. Rye says, good morning, buddy. You and Dalton are a hoot. I want to thank Rye personally because he came to the comedy show, and he brought me not only a Charles Nelson Riley pin, but a DVD copy of Charles Nelson's one-man show, The Life of Riley, which I had not seen. David Arquette told me he saw it live, and it was amazing. I had not seen it, and it was not widely circulated. I could not find it online. Rye came through in a pinch and a clutch, and I'm excited to watch it. God bless you. Rob said, have you actually seen Hocus Pocus? Yes, and I have a lot to say about it this Wednesday. Michelle said, I keep a can of Lysol in every room and use spray and squish method to kill spiders. Spray the hell out of it to stun it. so they don't run away, leaving you wondering just what the hell that happened to me the other day. I went and I got it. I think it was on the carpet or something. I went, boom. I lifted it up, gone. Not even scurrying, just totally gone. It was the worst magic trick. Bill said, I can see Nosferatu being one. Mine was Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Oh my God, what an ending. Donald Sutherland and his afro, terrifying ending. Ugh. If each character from Golden Girls had underpants, said Rob, whose would you wear? And if you had Blanche's, would they ever be worn? No, Blanche I would hang as a trophy on my mantle. I think I would wear B's. I have a feeling we're the same size. Rob said, never kill spiders. It's a bad look. Amelia mentioned another movie that the wonderful Tony Randall stars in called The Seven Faces of Dr. Lowe. It's not L-O, it's L-A-O. Everyone should see it because it's fucked up. It's a mess. It's a terrible film. I watched it as a child, and it scarred me and molded me into the misshapen person I am today. Katie said, can you and David do a live watch-along of the show Life with Roger? I'll look into it. All right, let's get pouring here. Just going to let the sound soothe everyone. This is like some ASMR bullshit. There's a little coffee spillage here, which we'll get rid of. No big deal. There we are. I'll let it settle for 2 seconds. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Maybe if I can sit. Can I sit? Will it be better if I. Is this better, worse, the same? Rob said, I should react to the trailer of Arachnophobia from 1990 with John Goodman. I don't want to. What I do need to react to is perhaps the wonderful David Arquette role, Eight-Legged Freaks. That's all of my world is coming together. Rob said, what is the most private thing you're willing to do on YouTube other than Flash? Bare my soul, Rob, and I'm doing it right now. Thank you for your cold, callous attitude. Bill said, I'm looking at my shoulder. Bill said, if they were Blanche's underwear, wouldn't they always be on the floor? I don't think you would get a chance to actually wear them in the first place. Katie said, would I ever consider recording a duet with John Lithgow? Yes, I would. Tweet him. I'm not the problem there. I think John's holding us up. Please, Mr. Lithgow, please. So Aria, Ward Clark, I'm botching names. As a kid, I watched my mom cut her finger off while trying to cut through a frozen hamburger. To this day, I can't watch stabbing, cutting scenes in movies or watch people cut anything while cooking. Oh my God, that is terrifying. And you are so not wrong in your phobia. Dear God, your poor mother. Holy shit. Now I know. Now you've ruined it for me. Oh, you poor thing. Dear Lord. Well, I hope everything's okay now. Can you eat hamburgers? Dear Lord. Pantyless Grandma said, ooh, Arachnophobia was a good movie. Michelle said, whatever inspired you to start the show? Like most things in my life, Michelle, it started as a complete joke. It was a joke post or tweet or something. And then the wonderful Tommy Dreamer, who's been on the show twice, 2 or 3 times, said to me, I might as well. Everyone else is doing shit. And I thought, well, yeah, I should. And then here we are more than a year later. And look at where my career has gone. Rise, how about reacting to the trailer for The Apple? Ooh, that's good. I'll add it. I'm going to add it to my list. Soil and Green is people. Thank you, Katie. Amelia says Psycho. Psycho was a lot more fun for me than terrifying because it was more psychological, character-driven. Not a lot of jump scares. Even the shower scene. It's just beautifully done. And perhaps maybe that's, the fault of me being younger and it coming out and then you hear about it before you even get to see it. Like the Planet of the Apes, I knew the ending before I saw it. It's still amazing. But I go, imagine if I was sitting in a movie theater for the first time. I've only have a vague understanding of Planet of the Apes. It's the year it came out, and they hit me with that ending. Rob said, I would love to see you geek out over the trailer of Little Shop of Horrors. I would love to do that too, and I will add that to my list. Although you know what I'm going to say. I'm just going to love it. Bill said, if you could choose two people to be on the show, both alive and dead, who would they be? So one has to be alive and one has to be dead or whatever. Perhaps Jerry Lewis. I would pick Jerry Lewis and the wonderful Madeline Kahn, two dead people. Living, I would perhaps pick Dick Cavett and Mario Cantone. You feel free to tweet both of them. Rob said, the lesbians from Two Doors Down want to know what I'm watching, and do I have a sister they can watch? From behind, you can't tell. You don't know the difference. With this, even this, if I had a bra on or something, you wouldn't be able to tell. God bless you, two crazy lesbians, and enjoy your football afternoon with Rob. I appreciate the lesbians for thinking I'm attractive enough that my sister would also be attractive. That is very sweet of you. I don't have a sister. I'm sorry, but I'm so touched. I'd probably be if you're lesbians thinking about becoming heterosexual, I'd probably be a good transition, like a starter, Katie said, do you like the Vince Vaughn masturbation scene in Psycho 1998? No, and I don't like the whole movie either. It's a little too on the nose. And by nose, I mean penis. Sosie. I can call you Sosie? Am I saying that right? Now you spelt it phonetically, and then they reattached. Okay, so sorry. Sosie is telling me they reattached her mother's finger. My mom just kind of has a crooked finger now because it didn't heal properly. That gives me so much relief that they even reattached it. That's kind of really nice. I'm sure it's dramatic. And if you're traumatized by it, if I'm traumatized by it, imagine what your mother goes through. Rob said, did I have a crush on a cartoon character as a kid? Patty Mayonnaise. I thought Patty Mayonnaise was dateable. I think that's how she was presented, as the one you would want to date and marry. Katie said, Jerry Lewis hates you and everyone else, and that's why he needs to be on the show. He's influenced my life. Katie said, what about Mario Lanza? Mario Lanza? No, he's going to be dead. I would love to have him on the show and he can sing, be my love, and no one else could. Rob said, your bulge is too big for them. You need bigger tits. This is coming from the lesbians. I'll swap. I'll stand on my head. Austin said, are you an only child? No, I have a brother who probably refuses to be on this show. And I don't have a lesbian sister. Michelle said, my vote was for you to sign with PBS. I don't have cable, so it's a natural choice. I would love to work with PBS. You can also tweet them. They're not going to read it. It's not how that works. Kate said, Anne Heche, lesbian or straight? A little bit of everything, and it is a nice melange she's making. Rye said, Mario Cantone is already a fan of yours. I'll shoot over an email to him for Gilbert. I would love Gilbert on the show. Even better, I would love to get on the Gilbert Gottfried podcast. That's a show I want to be on. Oh my God. Rob said Mario Lanza died in 1959. Holy shit. He missed everything. Michelle said, I had a crush on Teen Dracula from the cartoon The Drac Pack. I can see it, and I don't hate it. The coffee is good. I think it's good. I think it's enjoyable. I feel like it could be darker, and I don't know if it's because my mood is so sunny now. Katie said WNED or WDBH. These are PBS affiliates. WNED was my bag, serving Western New York and Southern Ontario. Sosie says that was an A+ pronunciation of Sosie. Kaiser Sosie? Rob said, my boss, when he found out I was gay, said, you don't look gay. I responded with, You should see me with a cock in my mouth. Was I wrong in my answer? Absolutely not. You made your point in a joke at the same time, and you can't ask for anything more. And you got to say cock. And your boss felt very weird about it, I'm sure. Rob said, my cartoon crush was boring, Jessica Rabbit. That's like saying you listen to the Beatles. I think everyone had a crush on Jessica Rabbit. Talitha Ann said, you're only slightly mispronouncing my name, which is fine. Talitha. Talitha? Talitha. I'll get there eventually. Let me know when. I said, let me see what I can do. Maybe on Colossal Obsessions, I'll talk to Frank Santopadre, who is like my favorite. I follow them on Twitter. Thank you, Rye. That's sweet of you. Talitha. I was saying Talitha. Her name is Talitha. See what we've learned today, people? What a great thing. Oh, Rob said, have I ever been to Liverpool? Yokozuna came and wrestled here and passed away. He didn't pass away because he was named. He just happened to pass away while he was there. I would love to go there. Totally living. Tweet people. If you want, this is my gripe with wrestling people who are like, when are you going to be here? When are you going to be there? Tweet the local promotions that you want to see me at and say, excuse me, this man is very popular. I would like to see him. As a fan, I'm making a request that you guys should book him. That's the way to do it, because I can't do it. What am I going to say? I got to message Liverpool, and I got to say to them, hey, Rob wants me to come. I got to do the work. If you want, don't even tell me. Just say, just go directly to those people and say, you should bring this person in. Definitely have a bit of a crush on you, RJ. That's sweet of you, but I'm not a cartoon. Talitha says perfect. Michelle Million, no one can pronounce or spell my last name right. Katie said, how did you feel when Yokozuna ripped the top rope off during the free-for-all against Stone Cold Steve Austin? I felt fine. I enjoyed it. Talitha says, who doesn't have a crush on RJ? A lot of people, and it bothers me, and I have to journal about it. Sean said, RJ, would you recommend watching Death Becomes You? I need to, obviously. People are getting mad about it. So, yes, just so people will stop telling you to watch Death Becomes Me. That would be the best idea. Well, this has been a wonderful Sunday morning already. We've talked about ass wiping and phobias and spiders and Nosferatu. And Rob said the lesbians from Two Doors Down don't. They think you should watch the football with us. I don't know about this whole football thing. I got to pretend. You know, it's weird. The thing about football is they catch it in one place. They catch it in their end. They got to run it all the way over to the other end. Why don't they just stay in their own end? What's the difference? Katie recommends Star Married an Axe Murderer, which has a great Phil Hartman cameo. Hard of Verteau said, would you ever consider hosting a movie night at some theater? I feel like you'd be a great host and could be a fun event, maybe a fundraiser for more underwear. That's an excellent idea. I would love to do that. I talked over my match with David Arquette with Dalton Castle for our comedy show, and it was a hoot. And I would love to talk about certain things. I'd love to be like a curator I'd love to be like the next Robert Osborne. I don't have the credibility, but I have the aspirations. Bill said, why do you never take a bad photo of yourself? You've been posting some great photos. Who's your photographer? Let me tell you something, Bill. I do take bad photos of myself. I just delete them. Sometimes I'm like, this will be a good time for a selfie. I'll take 20 of them. I'll look at them later, and I won't even post one of them. I'll delete them all, and you'll never see one from that series. And this little Photoshoppy, filtery business that I touch up, nothing is real. I am a cartoon character. But thank you. Rob said, what do you think of the 90s Addams Family films? The first one, directed by Tim Burton, starring Angelica Houston and Raul Julia, is a masterpiece. It redefined the concept of the Addams Family. It is light on story because they do so much just explaining that world, which is fine because it's a wonderful world. Addams Family Values probably has the better plot, I think, in terms of a traditional plot. It's, not as good as the first one, but still it's fantastic. And then a lot of people don't know this. There was a sequel to that, a threequel, but it was Tim Curry. I think it was like direct to VHS. Tim Curry was Gomez, and he was not right. That's how good you are, Raul Julia, that Tim Curry takes over your role, and everyone's like, the hell is this shit? Rob said, no, it's English football, like soccer. And in that case, sure. That's just hang out. There's like one play, and there's like 15 minutes where you could all hang out, and there's another play. Katie said, nobody understood your Lou Reed photo post, except you, Katie. That photo was for you. Pantyless Grandma said, you should pitch a cartoon of yourself, morning coffee and wrestling. You know, I was almost a cartoon. Splat-A-Lot, they had pitched a cartoon spin-off series, and they showed me nice proofs, and I look decent as a cartoon, and I'm happy with it. Rob said, would I ever consider hosting a circle jerk? I don't like having people over at the house. Don't get me wrong, I can go to them all day. I'll be the first one at your door. But then you got to bring out snacks, and is everyone happy, and put your coats in this room. It's a whole thing. Bryce said, have I read Cliff Nesteroff's The Comedians yet? I've read it twice, and his Twitter is also amazing, and all his interviews are great. He's a tremendous service to people like you and I, Ryan. Sosie says, everyone shows up in their underwear for the movie night fundraiser. We got to host it in like July or August, you know. Chris said, Raul and Angelica were so wonderful as Gomez and Morticia. They had so much passion. That's a relationship you want, imbued in passion. So that's a great idea. Like underwear day on the TTC, RJ could do an underwear night at a movie theater for a screening of Eight-Legged Freaks. I'll introduce it, and then I'll go wait in the lobby. Bob said, do I prefer the Addams Family or the Munsters? TV-wise, if we're just matching show to show, I prefer the Munsters. I feel like John Astin as Gomez was just basically doing Groucho Marx, which is fine, and the show is fine, but in terms of creativity and makeup and character, I got to go for the Munsters. My understanding is the difference is that the Addams Family was just gothic, but the Munsters were supernatural. In terms of longevity, obviously the Addams Family seems to win because another movie just came out, and I haven't seen an iteration of the Munsters since a couple of years ago. They tried to do one with it was like a pilot, but they just made a TV movie because it stunk. And I think Eddie Izzard was Grandpa. Talitha says, how do you feel about the new Addams Family that's coming out? And why is it a travesty that Oscar Isaac won't be on screen? It's just a voice. Honestly, it's just like any other. It's like a Hotel Transylvania shit thing. Like, it's fine, but like it's not the same. Go watch the Tim Burton movie. Go watch it again. Thomas DeWitt says hello. And hello to you, Mr. DeWitt. Katie said, why don't I ever have Jason Agnew on your show or call into his while doing yours? We've talked about doing a simulcast because Jason, my dear friend and host of Splat-A-Lot, is currently hosting a radio call-in trivia show as we speak. So we have overlapping shows. We're competing for the demo. So we're at each other's throats. I like The Thing or Cousin It. I like Thing. Thing had more versatility. Cousin It would just be like, and then that would be it. It never did anything. I don't know how he always got his hat on. Chris said, I wonder what the process was of making the Curry Addams Family flick. Personally, I feel like they were making a third one with Raul Julia, and he died, and they needed a replacement at the last minute. That's kind of what I feel. But I should look that up and see if that's even true. Rob said, how am I going to spend the rest of my Sunday? Do you have a period of time to transition to wearing clothes? After this, I will put on sweatpants. I'm going to do some work, some writing, some things of that nature. I will go to the gym at some point, and I will also food shop and then clean. Might go to a comedy show tonight. Might have dinner with my father. Not sure. Would like to be home in time for the Lawrence Welk show at 7 p.m., regardless of what I do. Katie said, what about Dark Shadows? Love the TV show. It's creepy as shit. Hated the movie, to the surprise of no one. Hey, RJ, have you ever participated in the underwear on the TTC day? No. It's just too much people doing something, and I hate being forced to have fun. So on those grounds, I'm out. Bill said, if I was going to choose someone to play you in a biography, who would play me in a biography? That is a great question. Who would play me in a biography? The wonderful Glenn Close. Rye said, I once saw a screening at the Hollywood Bowl of Sing Along Xanadu. We should bring this to Toronto. I have that on my list of trailers I have to react to. That is going to be a lot to get into. Xanadu, indeed, my friend. Wonderful dancing. Katie says, girls just want to have fun. Okay. Rob said, can I make the lesbians from 2 Doors Down laugh? Well, the fact that they're now known as the lesbians from 2 Doors Down. Do you have other lesbians next door? Can't you just say the lesbians? How far away are your next lesbians on your floor is my question. That they have to be known as the lesbians from 2 Doors Down. Do you see the lesbians? The lesbians from next door? No, the ones from 2 Doors Down. Oh, good. I don't like the ones from next door. They're very snooty. Right, they have a sing-along. Michelle, David Arquette should play me. I agree. Sean said, planning on having a Halloween movie night. Does anyone have any of your favorite Halloween movies you would recommend? I will recommend a couple. I like one. Oh God, I've just forgot it. What do I like that's scary to me? You know what? This is scary, but I will watch it every Halloween. Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. It is a little scary. Can I do a trailer reaction to Baby's Day Out? I will add this to the list. Sean, let me think of more movies. Oh, Lake Mungo. This is scary as shit. I think it's on Shudder. You'll have to look it up. Lake Mungo, Mungo. Rob said no, they have Chinese people next door. So it's the Chinese people next door and the lesbians from 2 Doors Down. This is a hell of a floor you're cooking up. This is a 90s sitcom. Bill said you should do it. Review Xanadu. You could even sing along to it. I would love that. Rye said I should be played by Ruth Buzzy. Gady said I should be played by Joe Montana or Dennis Farina. May he rest in peace. Katie said Hocus Pocus or Witches. Witches by a long shot, because in that scene where she takes off her shit, there's a cameo by Michael Palin from Monty Python. Go watch it again and you'll see. I think he's dressed as a woman. Christy, dear sweet Christy, said, morning, RJ. Do you have any favorite games or even play games? And how do I convince you to have a Twitch Mixer account? These are great questions. I don't know are you talking about video games or board games? If you're talking about board games, I like a good pinochle. But in terms of video games, I still have my N64. I still have my Sega Game Gear. I have a PlayStation that was gifted to me years ago. I think it's a PlayStation 3. So I play those old games. Also, I found a website where I can play the old games in the browser, which is amazing. I like playing The Mask for Super Nintendo. And American Gladiator. I like to play them along with reading the walkthroughs and the cheats so I can actually beat these games that I couldn't when I was a kid. So I'm currently getting through American Gladiators, which is a chore. I also like going to arcades. That is fun. I like going to Tilt in Toronto. There was I think it's called Ready Player One in Detroit. I enjoyed anything that has the WrestleFest arcade game. I'm yours. Me and David Arquette together were very good at Jurassic Park, the one shooter. How do you convince me to get a Twitch? There's too much. I was reading up on it so long ago before I even started this, and it was like, download this program, and I was like, I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm reacting to trailers now, Christy. Life is the cinema for now, and then I'll get bored and I won't get any viewership, and then I'll message you about how to do the gaming shit. Rob said, Ernest scared stupid. Rob said, I should watch WrestleMania 16. Scared the shit out of me. Katie said, Mungo Jerry. Don't get it confused with Lake Mungo. One of them takes place in the summertime. Rye said, Carnival of Souls. Pantyless Grandma said, What We Do in the Shadows, the movie, not the series. I did love the movie. RJ, have you ever watched Trilogy of Terror with Karen Black? Oh my God, I have. That scared me when I was a kid. The troll doll with the teeth. I've watched it. Katie said, do you have plenty of Fish or Grinder accounts? No, I go on the dating game. And they're getting to my application, the guy said. Rob said, we just moved into the house. It's a new built house in a brand new street. When you last move house? I'm not answering questions from a caveman. Chris said, Bones, starring Snoop Dogg, is an interesting flick. It's a remake of a 1970s blaxploitation horror film called JD's Revenge. Except Bones plays homage to old Italian horror film. Rob said, do you like going to glory holes? I don't like it. I go, but I don't like it. Katie said, would you consider getting a zoot suit after watching The Mask? I would get a nice pair of pajamas. Critters or Ghoulies? Critters. Creepshow 1 or 2? The new one, starring David Arquette, playing now on show. I'm not plugging his shit. The first one was the best. Anyway, we've gone on for far too long today. This was my underwear in case you forgot. Oh, look, they're all weird from me sitting. It was good talking to everyone. And, God bless.